Hi everyone. So today, as you can probably tell by the title, we're going to be going over some Molinberry flavors. I actually had a different thing in mind, but it was still a Molinberry flavor, but it was a different one that I mixed up at least a week ago. And I know I mixed it up, but I have no idea what I did with it. So, that's great. But while I was looking for that flavor, I found a few flavors I had mixed up probably a month or so ago that I completely forgot about. And I'm pretty sure I never did a video on it. I do think I've tried two of the three flavors off camera, but that was like closer to after trying to getting thoughts out is not always easy. It was closer to when I had mixed them, put it that way. Like, it wasn't that long after, so they hadn't had time to steep. And pretty much all of these, except maybe the one that I didn't try, ironically, probably do need to sit for a bit. So we have some Molinberry flavors here. We have Freaky Donut, Cookie Bite, and Chocolate Peanut Butter Milk. And I'm pretty sure all of these are fairly well liked. But me, I'm picky. Is there any batteries in here? No. Well, that would make sense. Hello, Mark, Jennifer, James. Actually, I'm not going to say it. I'll save it for later. I'm going to have to grab these batteries. Un momento. I'm sorry if that chair is very loud. I keep meaning to get an area rug because my chair, when it rolls across the hardwood floor, it just makes such noise. Plus, I'm always dropping shit, and I don't know. There's pros and cons to hardwood versus carpet. And that doesn't sound right. But there really is. Like, hardwood in general is just easier to keep clean opposed to carpet. Like, I don't even own a vacuum cleaner because I've had hardwood floors for so long that I haven't needed one. And the vacuum I last had was terrible, so when I moved, I just got rid of it. Looking for my ceramic tweezers. Did I rearrange my room? Months ago. My shelves are organized, but not all my flavors are in shelves because I can't fit them all in shelves. At least not the shelves I currently have. I actually ordered another set, like a smaller set of like the shelves back there. I think it was like kind of like half that. So it'd only be like 3 little cubicles for some additional flavors. But the package got lost in transit and I just never reordered it. But eventually I want all of my flavors, at least the ones I mainly use, like Vape Train definitely needs something because I have so many flavors it barely fits in the drawer anymore. And probably, I don't know what other brand I would definitely put in the thingies. But right now it's Capella, Wonder Flavors, and Flavora that are mainly in those back there. And it makes finding flavors when you're going to mix so much easier instead of digging and trying to like word search my flavor drawer. You're stupid, Jen. I wouldn't know about that. That hasn't happened in quite a while. Moving on, as I'm looking this up, I'm going to do the donut first. When I tried this few weeks ago, and it could be actually longer than a month. It's been a while. I didn't like it that much, but I'm not a big fan of donut flavors anyway. So don't be surprised if I don't like this, basically. And the cookie bite, same thing. I don't like most cookie flavors, mainly because I don't like acetyl pyrazine. I think that's what it's called. I know the last word is pyrazine, but I always get like the two APs mixed up. But the pyrazine I don't like. And a lot of like bakery type flavors have that in there. I'm guessing that's why I don't like them. I don't know. It's just a guess. The only ones I really like are Wonder Flavors Glazed Donut's good. Zapola is probably my favorite still. And TFA Frosted Donut actually isn't bad. I feel like it gets overlooked a lot, but it's a nice spiced donut. It's not a frosted donut. I don't know why they call it that. It's definitely like the donut, little mini donuts that you get at the store that have like that spiced flavor to them. And they look kind of like tannish. Hello, Spin, Albert. Thanks, Jen. I'll see you later. 6 o'clock, Jen. All right, I'm almost done with this. Come on. Okay, we're going to try like the little VG trick. Because my O-rings always get all swollen because, you know, I wash out the atomizer. And then the stupid top cap won't go on. And they said if you put VG on the O-rings, it's supposed to helping. All right, well, I guess it's going to have to be good enough. Hello, Ian. All right, so this is Freaky Donut from Molinberry. Ironically enough, I like the aftertaste better than like the taste I'm getting immediately. There's some kind of fruit note. I'm going to look up what this is supposed to be. Whatever fruit note or whatever is in there, I don't like it. Like the donut flavor, I don't mind. It tastes kind of similar to Zapola. Yeah, so it's an American donut flavor topped with strawberry and blueberry. So I'm guessing it's those fruits that I'm not liking. Because the actual donut flavor is fine. It's not like overly greasy or anything. I'm not getting like the Play-Doh. I don't really get Play-Doh. I get more of like a overly yeasty kind of thing, which I guess is similar because they're both like salty. I'm not really getting that from here, which is good. But I don't know. What I might try doing is adding more flavor to it. Maybe it's just not enough flavor to be good. And then retry it. I mean, you would think so. I mean, what would you add to a donut that already has strawberry, blueberry filling with vanilla sprinkles on top? I feel like that, yeah, it's actually in their one-shot line. I mean, you could always add things to one-shots or flavors like that, but if something's that complex, I would think you would just mix it by itself. And like Zapola, I don't think Zapola is meant to be a one-shot, but like I could do it. I don't even know where this would be though. I don't remember what I mixed these at. They recommend 6 to 8%, which is pretty high for me. But, well, it was high for me back in the day. But I've been having, as you know, tasting issues for the longest time. So maybe I don't have to mix that low anymore. I'm not entirely sure. I think I've had these so long that I don't have the little thingies anymore. Oh, maybe it's actually in my testers thing, because I have like all these little folders. There it is. So I mixed this at 3%. So yeah, that's pretty low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, I probably should have done this beforehand, but this was very spur of the moment. I'm going to grab Cookie Bite, chocolate milk, and the Freaky Donut, just in case we have to add more. If my cords don't kill me. Ow, this hurts. Okay, where is it? I'm going to pull them down because I can't see. Freaky Donut, Cookie Bite, and these things all like move when you, so I don't like doing this, but whatever. And what's the other one? Chocolate peanut butter milk. Oh my god, they're falling everywhere. Oh my god, I'm being attacked. Oh, it's so annoying. I'm gonna have to fix that later. I don't know if you can see like this giant bruise on my leg. It hurts so bad. I fell on my lunch break on Thursday. Just walking. There was like this little tiniest curb, maybe like that high off the ground, and I stepped down, but my ankle decided to go sideways. And then I came crashing on my left leg. Scraped it slightly, but mainly it's just a lot of bruising, which it actually looked a lot worse when I first did it. It was very swollen, but yeah, like it still hurts really bad. And yesterday I was bowling and I had like this bandage on it to kind of keep the swelling down. And I don't know if I just had it on for too long or if it was too tight or both. But when I took it off, I kept getting a very sharp pain, not like where I bruised, but lower on my leg, and it hurt so bad. It felt like someone was stabbing me. It was not fun at all. Like it was that kind of pain where you get like lightheaded and hot, like you're gonna pass out. It was, I don't know, it was messed up. But yeah, I'm very uncoordinated. Like it's ridiculous. Like I've sprained both of my ankles at the same time by walking downstairs, and not even like a flight of stairs. We're talking like stairs to somebody's porch. Now, in my defense, it was dark and the asshole didn't leave his light on, so I couldn't see. Also was wearing those Shape Ups Skechers shoes, which you're really not supposed to be using them as like regular tennis shoes. You're just supposed to walk in them, not really go like downstairs and all that, because they're like they're kind of like wedged shoes, but they're like longer in the middle. So it's like you're teeter-tottering, and that's what's supposed to help strengthen your legs. But, you know, you kind of need your balance when you're walking up and down stairs. So, yeah. Do not recommend those for anything but walking straight terrain. Unless you're more coordinated than me, which is probably the case, because everyone's more coordinated than I am. All right, I'm just going to start off adding 10%, or not 10%, 1%. And go from there. I don't want it to be too much. And then we're going to revisit it. I should have had my little crock pot thingy, but I didn't think I would need it because my hot water over here is already not hot anymore. So that's fun. But yeah, ironically, I bowled pretty well last night. Definitely better than my first, because like I joined a league that's every other Saturday. Why did I turn my scale on again? And the first weekend we bowled for the league, I did really bad. My average was like 90, if that. Like, it was bad. I think one of my games was like 60, which for me is terrible. Because at one point I was consistently getting at least 100. My average was like 120, which it still isn't great, but for me, for someone that hasn't been bowling that long, especially with a curveball, it was fine. I think that was before the curveball. I think the curveball threw a curveball in my bowling, because ever since then, my averages have been not great. But I've been practicing twice a week instead of just once, and that has helped. And I did pretty well last practice, like Wednesday. But then I hurt my leg, and I'm like, oh my God, am I going to even be able to bowl? And it didn't really seem to have too much of a impact outside of like towards the end when I took my bandage off and then had the pains. But the pains actually seemed to make me do better. Like, it was really weird. But my games were all over the place. I bowled I think it was like around a 120, then at 80, and then a 130. So better than last week, where like my highest game was 90. And I do think we won against our other team 2 out of 3 games. So that's good. And that's only because of handicaps, which I still don't really get the point of a handicap. It's just weird. But whatever. I just bowl to bowl. It's something to do. It's something to be active, because like I don't really do much of anything. And it's something to do with family. Like, I go with my dad, my sister, and brother. So, and I do enjoy it. But it is frustrating when you think you've got it down and then you keep fucking up. And then like my dad hurt his back. So both him and I were like in pain. And I don't think the ibuprofen I took ever kicked in. If it did, it was way later. But it is what it is. So we're going to move on to Cookie Bite for now. I might have to get up and get hot water, because I wasn't planning on adding flavors or anything. Now, Cookie Bite I remember liking better than the other one, but still not as much as people were saying. Like, people were raving about this flavor. And I try not to let hype get to me, but when so many people say that it's good, it's hard not to. But I don't like most cookie flavors. Like, I hate Flavor Art cookie. I don't like, I think it's Pure Lum's cookie, because it tastes too much like Flavor Art's cookie. The only one I really like is Capella Sugar Cookie. I really like that flavor. I like Edward Biscuit. And Real Flavors Cookies and Cream, which is like an Oreo cookie. Those are the only ones that come off the top of my head. Now, this has been steeping or sitting, whatever, developing for over a month now. And cookies and bakeries sometimes do need the extra help, or they're ideal after sitting. I will say it has improved. It's still probably a little light, so I'm probably gonna have to bump this one up too. Let's see what it says. Probably on the same percentage as the other one. Some of their flavors have, yeah, this is 7% recommended. And I mixed that one at 4. So a little bit higher, closer to what it's supposed to be. It's still not quite. And ow. Okay, resting my leg like that is not comfortable. That's another annoying thing. There's like literally no like comfortable way to sit. Like I can't cross my legs. It's not an option. Because even though the left leg got the brunt of it, my right leg, specifically the ankle, got a little bit messed up, and then like my arms got a little bit messed up. All right, so Cookie Bite is Belgian chocolate, cocoa beans, and milky biscuit. I don't get any cocoa from this at all. So I'm going to bump it up quite a bit. I'm going to do 2 more percent, so it'll be 6% total, which is close to, actually it's the minimum of what they recommend. So if I still don't get any flavor, then it is what it is. But I'm definitely not getting any of the cocoa. And I don't recall getting any when I first tried it, like about a week after I mixed it. Because there are certain flavors that'll disappear in time or over time. Usually citrus, not so much dessert. But I always try to keep factors in mind just in case. I really wish I could find my Bayless. That's the one I mixed is Bayless because Lumi says it's really good. It's like a hazelnut wafer cookie thingy. And I know I mixed it. I have no idea where the hell it went. And I'll probably find it after I do this, but this is what the one shot looks like. It does need to steep though. Otherwise I just mix it again. But she definitely says it needs a couple days to be good. So that ain't happening. All right, do I have another RDA that's not dirty? Where's my other icons? Are they in their drawer? Yes, they are. I have a little atomizer drawer that I try to keep my atomizers in. Do I have a mod though? We'll just use the one I use all day. Because I don't want to keep switching the cottons out because I need to revisit the other 2 and there's no point. Just be a waste of time. Our weather has gotten a little bit colder, which I actually like. Especially after you're bowling, coming out when it's like super hot, or like if you're working out and coming out, it's super hot. It's so disgusting. All right, where did the other flavor go? There it is. Really my shit, dude. All right, so this is the chocolate peanut butter milk. I did this one at 3%, so might have to bump this one up too. This one I can at least smell the peanut butter on it. And I don't know that I've ever tried anything that they've made with peanut butter. I'm not sure how their peanut butter is, but I guess we'll find out. Their cocoa milk is very good, which is pretty much this without the peanut butter note. So hopefully this will be good. Their cocoa milk is bomb. It's pretty much just a rich chocolate milk. But they make good chocolate, so it kind of makes sense that it would be good. But milk is also, for me, hard to get right flavoring wise, because a lot of times I'll get like a spoiled milk or a powdered milk, which to me tastes disgusting. So they managed to nail it with the cocoa milk. I don't remember if I bought their strawberry milk, but I'm pretty sure somebody said that was good as well. And their strawberries are good, so it makes sense that their strawberry milk would be good. But unfortunately, strawberry is one of the flavors that tends to fade very quickly for me. So I think I have developed into a strawberry mute, which I am very upset about. Put this drip tip back in here. I don't know why it was out. All of these are tested on the icon as usual. I try to do that to keep things consistent. Okay, there is no reason that this shouldn't be going on here. O-rings are so annoying sometimes. I think I'm gonna... Oh, while I'm doing this, does anyone have a recommendation for a larger RDA? Like, I think the standard is 22. I'm not good with measurements. And that's all I have is like the standard size and smaller size. And I would like something that's a little bit larger, only because this thing is so big that this tiny little thing looks weird on it. So I want something that's bigger so it doesn't look as weird. That's literally the only reason. I know it shouldn't matter, but I don't know why, but it bothers me. I'm guessing you mean Addies, because changing my clothes doesn't change the mutingness of the flavors. But yes, I've tried different atomizers. It doesn't matter. It's not the atomizer. It's because like I'll taste other flavors just fine on the same atomizer. It's just I had a bout with muting pretty much, I think it was at the beginning of the year. Like it's been a while. Where I was vaping. If I vape something too long, especially if it's a lemon, I'll start getting muting across the board. I won't be able to taste much of anything. And that's what happened. And this has happened before, but not to this degree. Like it hasn't lasted this long. So I don't know if it's just gone or what, but it sucks. Oh, I have the drop. I don't know if 24 would make that much of a difference. I guess we could see. I like the drops deck because that's what I'm still using the Dead Rabbit. That's my all-day Addy, if that's like a term. Because I can put one coil in the middle and drip down the center. And there's like even the icon, you know, I love this atomizer, but just for dripping down the center because I don't do dual coils, I don't like him. It doesn't work very well for that. I don't know if that looks any better. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. I'll have to wick it, which I guess we could do. I had Fagan's RDA, and it's pretty big, but I don't know what the hell I did with it. It happened after I was, because I did rearrange my room months ago. And when I did that, there were certain things that kind of got put somewhere. I don't know where. Anyway, so this peanut butter chocolate milk, similar to all the other ones, it needs to be bumped up. Go figure. So I'm gonna have to add. I'm gonna add just 2% like I did the other one because I'm not getting much of anything on it. I do have to get my water hot so the stuff can mix properly. And then we're gonna call it a day. Now, if you guys have any questions mixing wise, flavor wise, let me know. I know there are a lot of new people coming over to DIY. I don't know that they're watching me, but just in the off chance that they are, because I know most of you guys are regulars and you probably already know most of what you're doing, so you might not necessarily have any questions, but I meant to look at Spin's recipe and I keep getting distracted. So I'm going to quickly get new water for this so it can be hot. And then we'll go from there. Alright, so got our little hot water thing going. 6-drop RDAs. It's a good RDA. I know some people didn't like it for some reason. I think they said the flavor wasn't great or something. I don't know. Like there was too much room inside. Since I used to be very sensitive to flavor, I mean, that wouldn't really impact me too much. Like people that rave about certain atomizers that are good for flavor, those I don't like. Like people raved about the Wasp. I don't dislike it, but it was way too spitty for me. Like no matter what I did, it's too hot. It's too spitty. I don't like hot vapes. So for me, it's just not something that I would like. Same with the Hadley. Mind you, it was not the original because I don't even know if you can find them. And if you can, they're expensive. The same deal. Like it's too reduced of a chamber. It gets too hot. I don't like hot. I like fairly cool vapes, personally. I don't know. I like the drop. Mainly, I like the deck of the drop because, like I said, you can put. Because I'm a single coil person. I don't like duals. You just put it right in the center, and then put your wicks on the side, and then you just drip down the center, which for me is great. I don't like having to take the cap off, which is what I used to do. Every time I would drip, I'd have to take the cap off, paint my coil, and be done. With this, I just drip down the center, and it's good. I also do have the drop solo. I actually have it, I think, somewhere close because I was looking at it. Maybe I don't. I like that it came with a different like top cap. So it's basically like you're almost getting 2 RDAs in one. Where is it? It might be in the box. That's the problem when I clean and try to organize. Like I don't know where anything is. Because at least when I'm disorganized, I kind of know where things are. Like I know I'm missing RDAs. They're not in my little drawer. And they had to have like gotten misplaced when I started moving everything. So I don't know, whatever. But this is my setup that I've been using lately for a while now. It's just the wick mod that I won the raffle. With a drip tip I got from Fast Tech that matches the little stripey thing or whatever pretty well. And then the Dead Rabbit. Or the Drop Dead. I always call it the Dead Rabbit. It's not the Dead Rabbit. It's Drop Dead. It's the collaboration between the two of them. It's got the drop deck and the Dead Rabbit airflow. But yeah, it matches really nice. Like I went through, it took forever to find a drip tip that had the same coloring of this mod. Yeah, I like this wake mod quite a lot. I had never heard of them before. I didn't even know this mod was a thing until I won it. And I'm like, okay, well, what is this? But it's nice. It's small. I like the, whatever you would call this, I guess the texture. It's like this smooth, almost like a chalkboard type finish. I know it probably has a name, but I don't know what it is. I like the little graphics like here. I like this emblem thingy. And the button is just like this bar, so you hit it in the top or bottom and it fires. And I just locked it. The only thing I don't like is the lock feature. Like, you'll hit it 3 times, it'll say it's unlocked, but then it's not. That's annoying. And it came with a tank that I haven't even used yet. I thought about putting the tank on that mod because the tank is pretty big. Problem is I don't use tanks, so it'd be a waste. So until I'm traveling or something, it's pointless to fill it up. So no, I'm not going to use it. And just be wasting a coil and everything. This is the Bigfoot Wake mod. 220 watts, which I don't utilize at all. I'm at 28 watts right now. Yeah, and Molinberry has a lot of good flavors. Flavors that I like specifically or the most. Their strawberry ripe is really good. Or ripe strawberry, whatever. Bounty, if you like coconut and chocolate. It's like kind of like a Mounds bar. Is it heavy? No. Like my Tesla, which was my previous all-day mod, is so much heavier than this. And it's also, it looks bigger. Like this is actually a slightly taller, but like width-wise, it's a little bit more compact. So overall, it's much lighter. Like it's not light to where like the Snow Wolf, and I almost dropped it. The Snow Wolf, which I don't use, the button sticks, the fire button sticks, I don't use it anymore. This is actually a little bit smaller. And it's like light to the point where it almost feels cheap. Almost. Whereas this is light, but it doesn't feel cheap. Like it has a little bit of heft to it, but nothing crazy. But yeah, Bounty is like kind of like a Mounds bar. More coconut than chocolate though. So if you wanted a prominent chocolate note, you'd probably have to add to it. But it's really nice. It's a nice creamy coconut that's not like suntan lotion like a lot of them are. It's not overly waxy. It's just really nice. Indulge is a good one. It's supposed to be, I think, some kind of like sundae or something. I don't know. It tastes like a sundae to me. Like an ice cream sundae. But I think it's supposed to be like a custard with raspberry and caramel and stuff. So, I don't know. But that one was good. What else? The Glamour Chocolate, which is one of their older flavors, is really good. It's a very nice chocolate. For a while, it was the only chocolate I liked. Now there's been a couple that have come out that are good, but it's still a good chocolate. I keep missing where I'm going. What else? Like I said, cocoa milk is good. It's just like a chocolate milk. Skittles is decent, but it's nothing crazy. Like there's other Skittles flavors out there. I don't think it's widely unique. The chocolate custard is good. The peach tea, I don't remember if I like that one or not. I think I had an issue with the peach note in it because I have issues with some peaches. But ironically enough, I don't think their nectar peach bothers me that much. Most peach give me like a really, really bad throat hit. So I avoid them. There's only like 3 that don't bother me. Boom is really good. It's a strawberry watermelon. I really like that. This one is a little throaty for me because of the watermelon, but it's not bad. Like the flavor is so good that I just kind of deal with it. But if you like throat hits, some people do. That would be a good one to have. Or if you're just not sensitive to watermelon, I am. For some reason, it's watermelon and peach specifically that I have issues with. I don't know why. Their coffees are good. both the dark French coffee and there's another one. But yeah, the Indulge is a blend of gold caramel, custard, vanilla, vanilla custard, and there is raspberries in there. But like I said, to me, it just tastes like a sundae, like an ice cream sundae without like nuts. What else do I like? I still haven't tried a lot of their new flavors, mainly because I've just been having so many issues tasting things. I don't know if there's a point to it. Like if I can't taste it, what's the point? Their banana is good. I like their banana. That and the Wonder Flavors banana puree are the only banana, just like straight up banana flavors that I don't get a heavy candy note from. A lot of people like their big watermelon. I'm pretty sure it's just the same watermelon that's in Boom. But again, I do get a little bit of throatiness from it, but if you don't have those issues, it's a really good flavor. Their pineapple is actually really good. The funky pineapple. The raspberry is decent. I don't think I've had their red cherry alone yet, but I've heard it's good. But yeah. I have not tried the cactus cupcake yet. I tried Pineapple Lassie. I liked it outside of, I didn't like the cooling agent that was in it. But now that I'm more accepting of cooling agents, because that's pretty much all I've been vaping for the last probably 2 months now, are cooled, chilled vapes. Maybe now I'll have more appreciation for it. But the flavor itself I liked. It's funny, I always complain about people that add cooling agents to their flavors, like their one shots or whatever, and didn't have it as an option just to do separately. And then when I came out with my first one shot, it has a cooling agent in it. But in my defense, it's very slight though. Like it's not like in your face the way that some are that kind of ruin it. But I guess I'm a little biased because it is my mix. I don't know if you can hear my neighbor's annoying ass dog. His dog is so stupid. Like I shouldn't be mean, but it's so annoying. I guess it's more the owners that bother me because they don't do anything about it. And it's just so annoying. Like I work from home and like their dog's just going nuts and I have to mute. And I feel like at some point it's probably going to be an issue. And I'll be pissed because if I have to go in the office specifically just because that dog's barking all the time, not going to be good. My one shot is available at eSig Express. This is what it is. I'll actually put the link in the description. I know I don't promote it. I feel like I promote it every show. Usually because somebody reminds me. I don't know. I'm not used to promoting stuff. Like I've never had anything to promote, so it's new to me. But it's a watermelon blueberry with a citrus accent and a cooling effect. Like it's a very slight. That's why it's called watermelon or waterberry breeze, because it's not like a cool. It's just like a breeze, just a nice little cool breeze. The other Mix and Vixens have one shots on there as well. It's kind of, I don't know what you would call it, like a set. Like you don't have to buy them all together, obviously, but we did them all at once. So it's like our collection, our Mix and Vixens collection. So you can check out those. Winstead, she was in here earlier. She did a custard that has caramel and like a little bit of a boozy note. Let's see if she has a description. She should. It says rich, deep vanilla custard with Caribbean rum and brown sugar glaze. So if you like custards or desserts in general, check that one out. Jennifer Jarvis has her Breakfast Boss, which is a cereal. And it sounds really good. It's banana, clusters of granola and nuts smothered in a light vanilla cream. I guess it's similar to a different e-liquid that that was out there. I don't know if it's still out there, but she actually likes this one better. And then Emily, or ML Nikon, she did a peach cheesecake. So it's a decadent cheesecake topped with a sweet syrupy peach sauce. So if you like peaches, cheesecake, or both, you can check that one out as well. But all of these are available at yeastyexpress.com. And the dog is still barking. I'm trying to tune it out. I'm not good at tuning out things, though. But yeah, I was really against cooling agents for the longest time because I didn't really try any that tasted particularly good with them. And it was just something different. Like, I've been vaping for so long now that I do kind of get set in my ways. Like, that's why I still vape low wattage or whatever, like a fairly cool vape. Still doing single coils, even though I did try duals several times. I just don't like them. I don't know what it is. I just don't. I feel like it's almost too much flavor for me. Maybe just because I'm sensitive. I don't know. I tried temp control. Don't like that either. So I don't know. Cooling agents were something that was like I would only use when I was sick. Like if I'm, my throat's sore. Mints definitely are better because I can't do regular stuff if like my throat's, hurting. Just like the cooling effect of a mint or something with a cooling agent in it really soothes the throat, just like a cough drop would that has menthol in it. So I don't know. Like one of those last times I made up a peppermint, just like throwing different, like I'm on like version 7 now. I still don't know which one I like. I think it's between 1 or 2. It's just like a peppermint with a bunch of creams and stuff on it. And I actually grew to really like it. And that's what I had been vaping for like a month and a half. And then I'm like, okay, if I keep vaping this, I'm going to run into the same problem that started all these issues to begin with. I'm going to get muted again. So I need to just vape something else. So I tried a couple different things. Nothing was hitting the, spot. So then I just mixed up my one shot. I'm like, my one shot has, because I still wanted something that had a cooling agent in it, just nothing crazy. So I'm like, well, my one shot has that in there. So I'll just mix that. Like, it's super easy. Why not? So that's what I've been vaping for, I don't know, a couple days. I have not tried the s'mores yet. It smells fantastic, though. I don't have Ice Mint by Molinberry. I don't have a lot of their mints. I do have their fresh mint that I bought, or actually gave it to me in the last thing they sent out with all the new flavors in them. And it's really nice. Like, I'm very picky about mints, and like I know a lot of people say Inawera has good mints, but I was never able to get those to work to do what I wanted it to do. But the fresh mint worked because I used it in my mojito, and it was exactly what I wanted, which was an herbal, true like mint leaf. And I feel like a lot of these mints are more of like a candied or gum type mint, which works for what it works for. But sometimes you just want, a mint leaf. Mainly for like beverages and stuff, but I don't know. But the peppermint I was vaping for a while was Flavora's peppermint. It's really nice. I added smooth vanilla, marshmallow vanilla, 1-on-1 whipped cream, WS23, and sometimes I would add sugar cookie, Capella sugar cookie, which sounds kind of weird, but it actually was good. I did stop using it though, just because something kept gunking up my wick. Not gunking it up, but making it a little dark. And I don't like dark wicks. I like them to be as white and pure as possible. Because usually when they darken like that, it's like a sweetener type thing. And eventually you'll start getting weird tastes and crap. So I omitted the Capella sugar cookie, but it did taste good in there. But it didn't do enough to justify it staying. All right, so we're going to try these things again. Yeah, Inawera has a lot of different types of mint. Like they have their natural mint and a couple other ones that I can't remember off the top of my head. But I never really had good luck with any of them. So I just like, Like if I have to work too much for a flavor, I just don't bother. Like I might be lazy, but for me, it's just like I have so many flavors that don't need that kind of like hand holding that I just don't see the point. Working on a choco coconut marshmallow recipe using Bounty and desiccated coconut. That sounds pretty good. I have issues with coconut. Like I tried to make a pina colada for that one guy that was here a couple weeks ago. I don't remember the name because I'm terrible. And it didn't turn out great. I tried to keep it very simple using only 3 ingredients. And it didn't work too well. Like it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that with just like 3 ingredients. I don't know. Especially the ingredients, because I was trying to stick to the ones that were available through Nick River because that's where they were going to get their kit from. And it's challenging. Anytime I have to limit myself to certain brands, it's kind of a struggle. Like that's what I run into with Mix and Vixens. It's like I try to use flavors that people can have access to because number one, I want you guys to be able to mix them, but 2, like our judges need to be able to mix them. So I try, but sometimes it just doesn't work. I either get something that's not great or something that I'm going to definitely either have to send them or they're going to have to buy extra stuff for it, which I don't like doing that to them. All right, so this is Cookie Bite again, added 2%, so it's at a total of, I think it was 6%. I'm still not getting a whole lot of cocoa. I get more like white chocolate than cocoa. It's not a bad cookie. It definitely tastes like your standard white, I don't know what they would call that kind of cookie. Like the chocolate chip cookie base. I guess it would kind of be a sugar cookie, but not as sweet. So it's more of like the base of a chocolate chip cookie without the chocolate chips. So that's definitely there. And I get a little bit of white chocolate. I'm not getting any Belgian chocolate though. And it's not overly chocolatey. I just got like the slightest hint of a cocoa-ish note, like a cocoa butter note. So for me to actually enjoy this, I would have to add something to it. To me, this would not be a one shot. At least not. Oh, there goes my speaker. Not as it sits right now. Now, maybe because I added extra flavor, it's going to have to sit again. I don't know. But it's not anything crazy for me personally. But then keep in mind, I'm not a big cookie vapor. Like I don't vape much desserts either. I'm more of a fruit and sometimes tobacco. Those are like my 2 go-tos. I also like vanilla. But it's definitely not bad. And like I said, I'm very picky about cookies. I would just need to add something to it. Like maybe a little bit of Capella sugar cookie to give it more of that sweetness. And then if I really wanted it to be chocolate, I'd have to add more chocolate. Either Wonder Flavors chocolate chunks, or you could add their Glamour chocolate, but I feel like the Glamour chocolate is just going to turn it into a chocolate cookie opposed to a cookie with chocolate chips in it. Like it's very hard to get that like separation. And for some reason, Wonder Flavors chocolate chunks does tend to do that more than other chocolates that I've tried, at least to me. So that's that Cookie Bite. Let's move on to Freaky Donut, which honestly I don't think I'm gonna like it still, but I'm trying to give it the best shot. Just because I don't like donuts and especially don't like fruit donuts. Even in real life, I don't like fruit donuts. Like if I'm gonna have one, it's gonna be like chocolate or a custard or something, and occasionally like a cinnamon roll type thing or a coffee roll. I'm not big on the fruit, like the jelly filled donuts. I don't like. I think they're ugh. No, thank you. So in short, this just might not be my profile. Okay, if you could go on, that would be great. Sometimes you gotta wiggle it, but then like it's not lined up with the damn coil. Whatever. And the dog's still barking. Just for an update. Okay, so it's definitely better. I get more strawberry on the front, and then like the blueberry is kind of like in the back. And the donut is just kind of an aftertaste. But yeah, it's much better since I bumped it up. It definitely needed to be increased. Some of these flavors, they taste not good if they're used too low. But then again, they don't taste very good when they're too high either. So that's the thing about DIY that's the most annoying, is finding what percentage. Like that's really the struggle. And once you nail that, then you have to worry about flavors interacting with each other. But some flavors just don't like each other. They don't want to do anything. They're like me. Like they might work with one or two flavors, but that's it. Like they just don't get along. Yeah, this one's okay. It's not my thing, but if you like donuts, you might like this, especially fruity donuts. Like I said, it's mainly strawberry, then blueberry, and then like an aftertaste of like a donut. That's it. All right, last one is the chocolate peanut butter milk. What one did I use for that? Oh, this. Let me smell it to make sure. I don't think this would go good with either of those other. Well, it might go well with the cookie bite. It definitely wouldn't go well with the donut, I don't think. And I've done that before. I've dripped over something I thought was the same coil as I had used before, and it wasn't. It was not a good time. All right, so it's definitely better. Trying to think of what it tastes like. I definitely get the peanut butter now. Peanut butter for me is the prominent flavor. The chocolate is kind of on the back end. And then like there's a milk. If you wanted it to be creamy, like a whole milk kind of milk, you probably have to add like a cream to it. You could add Favora cream. You can even maybe add Molinberry's milkshake. I've heard that one's good. I don't think I've tried that one yet. Just to make it a little richer. But it's good. The peanut butter note is nice, which peanut butter is something I'm also, if you could notice a theme, I'm picky about a lot of things. Peanut butter is another one that's hard. The only ones I really like are the TFA DX peanut butter. That's probably my favorite. It's really good peanut heavy peanut butter. Kind of reminds me of like the more natural peanut butter that isn't loaded with sweeteners. It's definitely not like a Jif, or not a Jiffy. Like a Peter Pan. It's not one of those. It's more of like a Jif. So yeah, TFA DX peanut butter. And if I recall correctly, the Flavor Shack's peanut butter is good. The Expert peanut butter. So they have like two different kinds. The expert version is stronger, like more concentrated. But yeah, those are the only ones that are standing out to me as far as peanut butters go. Most of them I just get like an off note, and just doesn't taste very good. A trick you can use that I've heard, I don't know that I've done this personally, but Flavor Express has a flavor called Sunseed. I guess it's supposed to be like a sunflower seed. It's very, very strong, but supposedly if you add like a drop to that, to like whatever peanut butter you're using, it's supposed to make it really good. I probably should try that at some point. Maybe I'll add it to this to see what happens. I don't know. One thing I would like to nail down is a good peanut butter cookie. I have yet to find or mix a good peanut butter cookie. It sounds like it would be very simple. Like I tried putting like my favorite peanut butter, Capella sugar cookie, and whatever else I added, and it just wasn't good. It was very sad. I hate it when you think you have a great idea and like all the flavors you're putting in are good flavors and it still turns out not good. That sucks. I haven't used sesame candy yet either, but I could see that working really well. I love sesames. Love them. Yeah, so I'm going to get out of here at 2, if not sooner, depending on if anyone has questions or things they want me to talk about. Because I'm pretty much done. So I guess the summary is Cookie Bite was okay, but it needs help. Needs like an extra, for me, a sweeter cookie and something additional. Because all I'm getting is like a cocoa butter type cookie. Like I don't even really get chocolate. It's just like a cocoa butter. Freaky Donut is okay. It's like a strawberry heavy donut with a blueberry accent and then like donut finish. I'm just not keen on fruit donuts. And I do like, of the three, I would say the one I would be more likely to actually vape would be the chocolate peanut butter milk. But for me, I would probably still add something to it, whether it be like a milkshake or an extra cream. The one-on-one whipped cream would probably go nice in here, just to add a little bit of more richness as far as the milk is concerned. But who knows? Maybe it'll get smoother and richer as it sits, because I did have to add like 3%, like so pretty much double what I had put in it originally. It was either 2 or 3%. I probably should have noted that better. But it's still good. Like the flavor is good. It is what it says it is. So that would be my favorite of the three. If I ever find Bayless, I will let you guys know how that is, because Lumi loves it. So, and I don't know if her and I have the same tastes as far as, you know, mixing is, because I don't think I've ever mixed anything that she's made. Maybe I'll ask her like what her favorite is. Problem is she uses a lot of flavors that I don't have. Ironic, right? All right, I need to go back up and see if I can, well, let's see if I can even go back up. I wanted to look at that recipe that someone put up, Spin put up like forever ago. I know I missed things. The problem is if I pay too much attention to chat, I get way sidetracked and everything takes forever. Oh, the Wonder Flavors Peach Pie and Cream is one of the other peaches I can vape. It just doesn't always work with it. Everything that I want it to as far as peach. Oh, and the Molinberry's, oh, what is that called? It was one of their newer ones. Spark, something Spark. That one was really good. It's like a nectarine. Might be easier just to walk over and get it. It's their Tingle and Spark soda. That's, I don't know why I saw soda. It's not there, but it's a like apricot, I guess raspberry, but I mainly just get, I'm pretty sure I just got apricot from it. But it's really good as far as like a peach flavor. To me, nectarines and peaches, especially flavoring wise, taste very similar, if not the same. Because really the only difference is like one is fuzzy and one is not. It's more of like a texture difference than a flavor difference. I do prefer peaches in real life because they tend to be a little bit juicier and not as hard. Like nectarines can be a little bit like too hard, where they're not. I don't know. All right, I got sidetracked again. I don't know if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Vaping on 1% cap, super sweet, 4% cap, strawberry, sweet strawberry, 4% real flavor strawberry. Real flavor strawberry is really good. I don't like a lot of their flavors, to be honest, but I do like their Blue Moon, their strawberry, their pineapple, the cookies and cream, and I think there's like one other one I really liked. I did get their French toast because there's a recipe that uses it that I wanted to try, and I've heard good things about it, but I haven't tried it yet. And he said 1% Flavor Art meringue, 2% Flavor Art yogurt, or Flavor West yogurt, 3% 101 vanilla custard cheesecake. That's interesting. The yogurt and the cheesecake in there. I could see that kind of working because yogurt can kind of bump up the cheesecakiness. Interesting. I don't use super sweet though. It just like it mutes everything to me. Not a fan of that. I don't like the fuzz. I love it. It don't bother me at all. I haven't had a peach in forever, like an actual peach. I might need to get on that. As I've gotten older, it's weird. I eat a lot more vegetables than I do fruits, which is good. Vegetables are actually better for you than fruits in general, at least the greeny ones especially. But yeah, when I was a kid, I definitely preferred fruits. But now as I'm older, it might be the acidity in fruits. So it's not that I don't like them. It's just I prefer vegetables. And I don't mind the really green ones. Like a lot of people don't like kale. I don't mind kale. I love Brussels sprouts, which I never thought I would. I always avoided them because like so many people hated them. I forgot who made me eat them, or not made me, but like made me want to eat them. I think it was actually Marlena. She's the she's a makeup person. She has her own company now. It's just like a random person to inspire you to eat Brussels sprouts, but it was actually her because she was going on a diet, or she was on a diet, and one of the snacks that she would like to make is Brussels sprouts. She would cut them in half, coat them in like olive oil and seasoning, and then bake them. And they're actually really good that way. They come out a little bit crispy. And that's how I found out that I actually like Brussels sprouts. I love asparagus. Asparagus is one of my absolute favorites. But yeah, whatever. Does anyone care? I don't know. I had the weirdest dreams last night. I don't know what it was. Yesterday was a very weird day. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. What else? Obviously, we have Mix and Vixens in about 4 hours. We're going to be doing I don't know if I can Can I share my screen with this? I'm using YouTube's integrated webcam feature because they got rid of Google Hangouts, which actually turned out not to be that big of a deal. I thought they were just kind of doing away with anything to where you can just push a button and go live, but they didn't. They just integrated it into their site, so it's fine. Like I don't need to use OBS or anything, which I don't like dealing with that. I really truly don't. There's just so many things that could go wrong with it. I don't want to deal with it. Especially if you're just filming by yourself. I don't personally see the point. If you're having other people come on, yes, because I don't even know if you could do more than one person with this webcam feature. It doesn't look like you can. So yeah, your options for this are limited, but if you're just filming by yourself, there's not a huge point of anything else. There's like this arrow thing, but I'm afraid to click it because I don't know what it does. So I'm not going to do that right now. But I was going to share my screen to show you guys what the profile is for tonight. But it's essentially what it looks like to me is a bowl of like yogurt or pudding with fruit on it. Like it has strawberries or like weird looking strawberries. They're white, which I know in Japan they have white strawberries, which to me it looks kind of gross. There's like other berries in it, like blueberries, blackberries. There's even flowers in it. So it could be like anything, but it's kind of what it looks like. Oh, we're doing a giveaway. Hopefully that's still going on tonight. We're going to give away our set of one-shots. So if you're interested in that, definitely tune in later. One lucky person will have the one-shots we were talking about earlier. So we get to try them. And if any of you try them, let us know how you like them, whether it be leaving a review on ECX, that would be really nice, or even just like letting us know. Personally, I like the feedback, even if it's, not, good or 100% like, oh, I love this, just to know, like I worked pretty hard on this. It took like at least 7 versions to get it exactly where I wanted. This one, like the profile of it kind of just was like, okay, well, these taste good together. What else could I add to it? And then I just kind of like kept building, and then I would switch things, and it was a process. I wanted to make something that was different. I actually looked on all of the one-shots they had on their site to see, what flavors or profiles weren't there already, because I didn't want to make something that there's already like 10 versions of. I wanted something a little different, but something that people would enjoy. And I personally think that I succeeded in that. Even if you don't like cooling, like I said, I was a big person that was against it for the longest time, but I've recently come around to, I enjoy it in certain applications, and I feel like in here it works really well. But yeah, if you do try any of our one-shots, you just let us know how you like them or leave a review on ECX. That would be awesome. But yeah, someone's going to win the set tonight. So if you're interested in that, be sure to tune into Mix and Vixens tonight. What else? I don't know if there's anything else, but my freaking leg hurts so bad, and I keep like trying to move, and it's like nowhere. No position I am in is good. Oh, that reminds me. I need to do that. I actually bought these little, they're like seeds or whatever, and you can make your own broccoli sprouts and other types of sprouts at home, like using these little glass, like mason jars, and then you have to like put water in, and you have to drain them, then you have to put water in, and then you drain them. It's a weird process, but you can actually make your own broccoli sprouts at home. And I actually did it once, but then I kind of screwed it up. Because the thing that can go wrong with doing it like that or doing them at home is they can mold. They're very prone to like molding because you're constantly putting water on it and then draining them. So if you don't do that properly, and then after they're done, if you don't like prep them properly to be stored, that can be an issue. So it's kind of annoying, but I completely forgot I meant to do that again, and I haven't, because they're supposed to be extremely good for you. Broccoli sprouts and any other kind of sprout. Like I bought one that was just specifically broccoli ones, and then I bought ones that were like a mix of different ones, like alfalfa and some other stuff. And they look so cute. They look like bean sprouts, and I absolutely love bean sprouts. So I'm like, okay, well, I love broccoli, so the sprout of it would still probably be good. So I don't know. They're supposed to be good in like salads. You can put them on like any kind of sandwich. You can actually put them in green juice, like anything. I don't know. But I'm going to get out of here. I'm like rambling about broccoli sprouts now. So I think that's my cue to go. Be sure to keep updated on what's going on with the flavor ban and all this BS that's going on in the media. I have been on Twitter every single day, and I never do Twitter literally ever. I only had Twitter to share my shows. That's the only time I use it, is like if I'm going live, I'll share it on Twitter. But lately I have been just going through it. I've been doing Facebook too, but that's just because it's there. I feel like Twitter is the best way to just be passing information along, even if that's all you're doing is just passing articles out that are actually legit and not BS that people are making up. You know, it can help, like just getting the knowledge out there. And it seems like Twitter is the only thing that people are looking at these days, like social media apps. So, you know, do that. That's all I got. I need like a closing. I don't really have a closing. Like I feel like everyone else has a closing except me. Like mine's just like, okay, well, I'm leaving. Bye. But yeah, check out Mix and Mixins tonight, and that's about all I got. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, flavors you want me to go over sooner rather than later, let me know. And that's about it. Bye.